Listen to this guy on MSNBC say Chuck Schumer is too old and he's got to go.
It's good because you have to sort it out. The reality is that the Democratic voters across the country want leadership to fight.
Yeah, they seem to have sorted it out.
Well, that's true. But here's the thing. 65% of Democrats polled last week in an NBC poll said that they wanted Democratic leadership to fight Trump on every single thing. That's twice the number of Trump's first term in the White House. And so what that means is Chuck Schumer has to get himself together. I think he's been incredibly successful in the past, but I wonder whether he is an analog leader in a digital world.
Now, this leads to another problem that the Democrats are refusing to address. They keep saying the leadership is too old. They're using an old, archaic playbook. They're saying these modern times call for modern solutions. They think their entire brand will get saved by a fresh face who is more social media savvy. But they're still so out of touch. They just don't get it. We rallied behind a 78-year-old Donald Trump, not because he was cool, not because he was trendy. I mean, the entire youth voted for a guy who does a weird dance. It was because he was authentic, but not in the cringy Jasmine Crockett authentic way, in a hopeful and optimistic and pragmatic way. Donald Trump said, I was gonna fight for you, and look what he's doing. Tariffs on everybody, throwing gang members into a max security prison in El Salvador, getting to the bottom of all this government waste and corruption, real, tangible, winnable battles, which leads to the other guy on this MSNBC panel asking the million-dollar question. The Democrats say they're going to fight. What does that even mean?
I guess I would just like some people, including Chris, to define what fight means. The options before Chuck Schumer were to allow the bill to go forward, a simple continuing resolution to fund the government, or go into a shutdown and try to wage a public relations battle in a shutdown. I think that was a losing battle. And so I understand, let's fight harder. Great. What does that mean? If you allow yourself to believe that your righteousness makes everything better, that you're so right about something that you're obviously going to win the shutdown, you're fooling yourselves. Any party that went into a shutdown thinking they were right on the issue and just thinking the American people were going to rally to their side always ends up disappointing, because that's not what happens. You end up people saying, hey, where's my check? Why isn't the government open? No one rallies to your side. And Chuck Schumer himself has done this. He actually triggered a shutdown in 2014, I believe, over Dreamers. It lasted about 4 days until he got his face kicked in politically, and he folded. He understands this. I mean, it's that simple. If you want to fight, fine. But what does fight mean?
And this is still the key problem with the Democrats that they refuse to acknowledge. They have no substance. They have no detail, no plan. They're still using the Kamala Harris playbook, just talking these empty slogans. We're gonna fight for you. Well, what does that mean? We've seen everything that you've done since Trump has been president. The popsicle stick protests, the sing-song protests, the choose your fighter TikTok videos, the overuse of cuss words to show your genuine and authentic outrage. They've exhausted all of their options in the first 60 days, which is why their base is so fed up in taking matters into their own hands like a bunch of deranged criminals.